Okay, so the Dais of Christ is going to be one amazing event. And it's for the members of the body of Christ exclusively in that respect, especially of believers. So, we stand there at the dais. We are already made immortal. Nothing can hurt us. Death can't hurt us. Nothing can hurt us. There's no fear at the dais of Christ. We have nothing to fear whatsoever. There will be loss. Okay, think of it this way. God has put in place both good and bad in the body on purpose, because the good has to remain. The bad has to be burnt up. It's a display of God's grace, powerful grace and overwhelming grace, that he would have us manifested at the dais of Christ, and our hearts being exposed in the sense of our heart's intention. What came out, what was fruitful, what was actually building, rather than tearing down and burning up. So this is necessary for the members of the body of Christ. And it's a beautiful tribunal, really. And I wouldn't even call it a tribunal. It's a step up in the sense of reward or requital, which is great. Think of it as a good thing, not a bad thing. God knows what he's doing with the members of the body of Christ. This is why he places each member according to his will. Are we to say anything different? No, we're not. We are to treat each other with a spirit of love and peace. God is at peace with us. We are at peace with him. We're already reconciled to God. So why do we fight flesh and blood? Period. Just leave it alone. God knows exactly what's happening in that respect. Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. I'm going to read it. For all of us must be manifested in front of the dais of Christ, that each should be requited for that which he puts into practice through the body, whether good or bad. Okay, so that's that passage there. Requital for bad. Justification before God does not requite those whom we have injured, nor does their justification requite us for wrongs that we have committed against us, or they have committed against us. Ideal were it if all such things could be fully adjusted in this life. But this would not accord with the character of God's present operations. He deals in utmost grace, and the very wrongs which we are called upon to endure are opportunities which we should seize for displaying his grace to others. If there were a competent tribunal, and we would have all wrongs redressed as they occur, that would lower our whole life to the level of the kingdom eon, in which God's righteousness is revealed. The fact that there is no one capable of deciding what is right or wrong, or the proper recompense, makes it futile to settle such matters now. They would probably be appealed to the dais anyway, as most of us are inclined to judge that we are right and others are wrong, because we cannot see beneath the surface or read the counsels of the hearts. In another connection, Paul warns against judging before the season. Even he, with the clearest conscience, refused to forestall that day. All of us must be manifested in front of the dais of Christ before there can be a correct requital of what has been put into practice through the body, whether good or bad. 2 Corinthians 5, 10 through 11. It is worthy of note that one of the best manuscripts, the Vaticanus, reads evil in place of bad, or foul, in 2 Corinthians 5:10. Wow, I didn't know that. This confirms that the thought that bad belongs to the same category with evil rather than with sin. We have shown elsewhere that God creates evil, yet does not sin. So it is with our bad or evil acts. It seems that they, when viewed in the light of that day, are used by him to humble us and give us the experience of bad or evil, and the corresponding grace, which is needed to prepare us for our place in his purpose. I am thankful for the bad, which comes to me in a personal way. Yet I realize that the exposure of my own evil and the loss it entails is just as essential as a firm basis for the future. we should be most thankful if in this life we are able to requite for anything bad that we have done. It may mean a serious loss. Yet all who have the same Spirit of God should not rest easy so long as they have injured a fellow creature. It may not be possible always to do this. I am sure no one would view the future glory with equanimity, that word there, equanimity, if anything of this sort still is against him. To requite all might be an intolerable burden now, added to our other infirmities. How gracious, then, is the postponement of requital until we are immortal, and well able to forfeit all that is necessary to square accounts with those who were associated with us in this life. Okay, so we can be thankful that we can be able to handle it at the Dais of Christ. We couldn't handle it now. If we've seen all the crap we actually do, we couldn't handle it. Even the good we don't even know, in the sense of being manifested in front of the Dais of Christ. It'll all be unveiled there. We may get glimmers of the good that is given to others by their response now, but that's only glimmers. We don't know the half, not even close. Like, I'll give you an example. This channel here and my videos, I don't know where it goes. Unless somebody comments, I have no idea that they're watching it. I get over 300 subscribers. Wow, that's awesome. But I don't know where God is taking it half the time. Even in my daily videos, I have no clue unless somebody comments. And when I get the comments back, they are little glimmers. I call them glimmers of what God is doing. It is to God's glory that he's giving all of this out. And he's giving it through this avenue. And he's doing it through many believers today. There's many more doing videos than there ever was. So I'm so thankful for that. We'll all see it at the Dais of Christ. I'm not concerned about it. I really am not. I strive to have an upright walk in the Lord now, because we are to do that. And to have a good conscience, a clear conscience, and do everything in love, and have peace toward everyone that we come in contact with. I always say it's hard to do that, because it is. In some cases, especially in the world. Not so much with believers and fellow members of the body of Christ. I think our attitude towards our fellows that way should be a lot more stable, in the sense of sharing and building up each other in love. Building up each other in love. Wow, that is an amazing thing. Okay, so have a beautiful Saturday. Grace and peace.